are saying, you know, hello spring and goodbye to hats and scarves and all the things that might mean our jewelry choices are different. Now, this is the Diamonique Choice of Cut Dangle Drop Earring. So you're getting the classic style of a hoop, but the drama, articulation and dazzle of these Diamonique stones, because look at them. Look, it's like a little Christmas tree lights, like all of them sparkling. I have these on and I've been wearing these all day, and they are just they just catch the light, they move with your head, they're just really giving such great presence. Now you have three different choices in terms of so you're choosing either the rhodium plated sterling silver or the 14 karat gold plated sterling silver, and then you have the choice of, this is the princess cut, done slightly differently with that squared or sort of at an angled off edge. That's the princess. Then you have the cushion cut, and then you also have the radiant cut. So those are your choices of cut, and then you're choosing either sterling silver or 14 karat gold plated sterling silver. J436882 is your item number. These were $74. They are now down to $13.33, so you're saving $13. You're saving $34, which brings your easy pay to $13.33. You're saving 45% off. I got there in the end. So Erin, yeah, I mean, these are just a beautiful kind of easy on and off earring, a great design. Tell us about radiant cut though, because that's something I haven't heard of before.
So Sam's wearing the radiant cut, which gives us a little bit more of an elongated look. It has a rectangular shape, but we also have the corners cut on the diagonal, which gives it a hint of an emerald shape, right, on the outside. But the faceting inside is a radiant cut, similar to a brilliant cut that you see in a round. So it plays with the light differently than a step cut would. It allows you to break up the light in this more of a sparkle firework type fashion. And it feels very special. It's kind of like a hybrid because we're in between the two.
Yeah, it feels really unique, and I love what you said. It's almost like a star, like right in the center. And the reason I chose these ones, well, I just love the length, and also because they have so much sparkle and articulation. I just really loved that getting the one that's slightly longer. I'm just going to turn these to the side just so that you can see the. So you've got a catch latch closure, so very easy to put on. There's, you know, if you kind of struggle with dexterity issues or you don't want to do butterflies anymore, this is a very easy everyday hoop.
That's true. So everything's built into the hoop. There isn't like an earring back that you would remove. So that is nice. And then it's actually kind of a 2-in-1 because that little charm, if you slide it back, you're left with, you know, a great kind of huggy hoop. So when you take the earring off, you can slide the charm off, but just to kind of give you an idea, it would just sort of disappear and then you'd have that little huggy hoop there. This is a great one to travel with because you're going to be able to wear, you know, the hoops on their own in a more casual setting, maybe daytime. But then when you're going out in the evening, dinner time, you're dressing up a bit more, you just slide that little charm on and suddenly it completely changes the look. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this off, take the charm off, do my daytime hoop so we can see that. There we go. And that's how easy it is. So that's if I'm just doing the hoop without the charm. And really good size, very, very comfortable. But then if I want to, for the evening, I can just take it out, add on the charm, and away we go. Which, as you said, Erin, great for traveling, especially this time of year. And you don't have to worry about which way around the charm goes, because it's the same on both sides.
We left the back open, you're right. Because in an earring like this, it's nice to have the light play with the stones from all angles. So it'll just illuminate the stone that much more. And then I always love a bezel setting because it just is very sleek. It highlights the shape of the stone beautifully. This is a great shot to see the difference between what we call the princess on the left and the cushion cut on the right. Now, I know with princess cut, we're used to seeing a completely square cut stone, right? With more of the point to the corners. We did the same kind of hybrid cut like we did with the radiant, where we cut the corners on a diagonal. So kind of picture the shape of like an Asher cut stone
Mm.
on the outside, but the inside we did the brilliant faceting for you so that it really comes to life, and it will have even more sparkle versus just like those subtle flashes of light that you get from a step cut.
Yeah, it's stunning, stunning. I mean, and that's the thing, when you look at the price and then you think about the work that's gone into making those choices, into making
Right.
the cuts so that you are getting the absolute maximum brilliance and fire that you can get. I mean, it really speaks to, well, it speaks to why Diamonique has been at QVC since 1987, because
For
it's
sure.
bringing pieces and always reinventing and always thinking, okay, how can we do this differently and how can we make this even more special? And that's what you're getting with these earrings. Okay, they are on clearance at $39.99. Clearance means no reorder, so we won't be getting them back. I'm just going to remind you again of your choices. So either rhodium plated sterling silver, that's these three, or you're choosing your 14 karat gold plated. This is the ones that I'm wearing. And then this is your princess cut. Then the cushion cut. And last but not least, the radiant cut. And keep in mind, whichever one you go for, you are getting that 2-in-1, because this charm completely can be removed so that you can have this as an everyday hoop as well as this beautiful dangle drop look. Okay, just to let you know, in the 14 karat gold plated option, we are last call in all options. So in that princess, in the radiant, and in the cushion, we are last call in the gold. So if you love them and you're thinking, oh, I want to get them, silver is your best bet. Just make a decision. And $13.33 on your easy pay. If it's in your budget, think about picking up on more than one. And just a reminder that you have that catch latch closure. So if you've just tuned in and you're thinking, oh wait, what? The gold is always last call. Don't miss out. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. You can also tap the app or go to QVC.com. Just different ways you can shop with us today. Okay, this is how we started the show, with this beautiful tennis necklace in our